Hi people, Moino Way from again as always and as usual. You see, as always and as usual, what this video is going to be about. I am going to quickly mind delve in regards to Stonehenge. Specifically, Stonehenge's origins, because this is one of those type of typical mystery kind of things, etc. globally, and no one knows exactly where Stonehenge came from and for what purposes it was used specifically since the day of its establishment, so to speak, if you will. So yeah, let's go. Okay. My beloved astral sensors. I will count down from 3 to 0, and when I reach 0, I want you to show me exactly what the origin or origins are of Stonehenge, as in the Stonehenge that is located in the UK, in England, in London, if I'm not mistaken. Either way, Stonehenge from the UK, that's Stonehenge, the Stonehenge. And I want to know exactly, I want you to show me in vivid detail what its origins are. So, where did it come from? Who established it? And for what purposes it was used since that day, excluding up the present day. So purely what was anything mention worthy that was done back in those times, since it was established. So I'm not interested in what people use it for modern day purposes, unless it's of a clandestine nature, so something that the public does not know about, as well as is of interest enough to be worth mentioning for the purposes of this video. Clear? Okay. Three, two, one, zero. Show me and show me clearly and show me vividly and place me inside the vision, please. Okay. Okay. Um, I already had a feeling that this was the case, even back when I was still the average person. Stonehenge, Stonehenge was built around the ninth century, Anno Domini, around 934, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. And I saw that it was built by Celtic Druids as a means of conducting heavy-duty rituals towards mainly Celtic gods, but no specific god in particular. One of the gods I covered on my channel a long time ago in 2019, if I'm not mistaken, but not enough to the point where it's worth mentioning. I think I can't remember Rhea, if I'm not mistaken, but it doesn't matter. It either way, either way. Not enough to the point where it's worth mentioning. Anything worth mentioning in regards to these pagan gods. It was simply used for ritualistic purposes as a means of empowering Celtic society. They abandoned Stonehenge when the Romans essentially infringed upon their territory, and they thought they either didn't do enough energetically or spiritually to the point where they considered maybe we should have also made human sacrifices by slitting people's throats and having them bleed out in the middle of Stonehenge, or um, or similar. And but they simply were like, okay, nothing we could do about it. And they simply retreated back to present day Ireland, so the western part of the UK, where Northern Ireland and Southern Ireland, or just plain the Republic of Ireland, are or is, and also a little bit of Wales, if I'm not mistaken. In any case, the western part of the UK, so that section, mainly both Irelands, or what is known nowadays as Ireland. Let me see what else. And since that time, nothing was used. The Romans didn't use it, but they did keep close guard over it because they were afraid that if, for example, tribes got a hold of it again, the amount of spiritual energy that they put out might have caused problems, to the point where they would have lost territory again. So they simply kept it under a close watch and close guard. And that's it. For the rest, nothing else mentioned worthy in the history of Stonehenge. Um, And of course, I saw that people presently also sometimes it's a historical site, so an eye is kept upon it, but still people try to carry out these kind of personalized rituals and whatnot, like witches groups and whatnot. On occasion, they think or they try to like get something done at Stonehenge and whatnot, but it stays at ideas and attempts, but nothing is done officially and or properly to the point where it's worth bringing up. Okay. No, and that's all. There's nothing else. Bye bye.